Good morning, Grand Rising. It's day 21 and I'm really close to Klingman's Dome. The forest is actually really cool up here. Feels a little mysterious. There's this moss growing on everything. And we're in the pines. So I'm enjoying that. It is only 35 degrees currently, and the high I think is just 45. And it's supposed to be 50-mile-an-hour winds today. So I'm hoping to hike fast. It's only 13 miles today because of the way the shelters are spread out. It's like 13 or 19 or something like that. So I can't do 19 today, so we're going to do 13. But anyway, it's a good day. Stayed warm last night even though it was so cold because we all snuggled in close in the shelter. We just crammed a lot of people in there, so we kept each other warm. So anyway, it's a great day. I reached Klingman's Dome. Mile 200. Woo! It's windy up here. There's snow. This is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. All right, a little update. I just tripped. So I saw Klingman's Dome, which is also mile 200. So that was exciting. Klingman's Dome being the highest point on the AT. So it's all downhill from here, right? Ha ha ha. And then I climbed up and over Mount Collins. I was going to stop at the Mount Collins shelter, but it's 0.5 off trail. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to keep walking. It's cold. You see my breath. There's been a bit of snow and a little ice on the ground. Not enough ice that you would need micro spikes, but enough that I'm just watching where I'm putting my feet. So, I wish the shelters lined up so I could do a little bit more miles today than 13. I cannot do 19 or 21 or whatever it is where it's to the next shelter, so 13 it is. But here we are. So the scenery is different here. I saw a woodpecker coming into the Smokies. I've seen lots of little birds, so I do enjoy the birds, so that's nice. Anyway, I do need to find a place to stop and have a snack. The problem is that it's so cold down here. There's not much sun. As I say that, I'm walking into the sun. Hello, sun. There's not a ton of sunlight down here, so I don't really want to stop for too long, but I do need a snack. Might be a good idea to take my pack off for just a minute, so we'll see if I find a place soon. see you soon. Good rising. Oh, day 22, I think. A quick update. It's cold. I think it got into the upper 20s last night because all of the water on trail has been icy and the ground has been hard and crunchy. So, and the wind is 50-mile-per-hour gusts. Whew. So, walking fast to warm up, and now I'm finally warm enough to use my hands to make this video. So sunrise was beautiful from camp. I got to see first light and the sun rising as I was doing the morning stuff to get ready to leave. Past Charlie's Bunyan first thing. I did not climb it because of the 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Did not want to get blown off the mountain. So I did not climb it. But since I got to see the sunrise from camp, I felt satisfied. So today's plan, it's a little crazy. I have two camping options tonight, 12.6 miles or 20 miles. So if I do the 20, I can exit the Smokies tomorrow. If I do the 12.6, I'll have to spend another night and exit the next morning. So I'm going to get to the camp at 12.6 and see how I feel, but I'd really like to do the 20. The terrain is slightly more mild today, meaning that the elevation gain is a little less per mile than it has been. So I might be okay to do the 20. We'll see. We're just gonna play it by ear, but I'm feeling fine so far. It's only been a couple miles. So just gotta do that 9 more times, right? So anyway, that's what's going on today. I put my raincoat on to help block the wind. So I've got all these layers on today. They're likely staying on because it's cold. They did say the high was 45. I don't know. We'll see. All I know is right now it's cold, but feeling good, feeling motivated. Definitely motivated. And I do think the Smokies are grand. And if it was 20 degrees warmer, I might not rush through them like I am. However, I could come back in July sometime and see them again. So for this trip, I am excited to see how I can push through and what I can do. So anyway, here's some sky for you. All right, I'm gonna go check in later. Look how blue the sky is. I am at Tri-Nom Shelter. Just had lunch. That was the 12.6 mile option. There are the beer cables. So I'm definitely gonna do the 20. I have 6 more hours of daylight, I think. And then I have 7.7 miles to do. So even if I take a lot of breaks and go slow, I should be fine. So there's one more climb, and it's mostly a lot of going down after that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it slow. First, I'm going to use the privy. I'm going to show you this privy because it's not horrible, so you can see what a privy looks like. This one has actually a door with a lock. It's a hook lock. So there's some buckets. There's usually some like mulch in there, leaves. This one's empty. And there's the potty. There's often graffiti in there here too, but this one looks kind of like new. So you're supposed to go to the bathroom and then put some mulch in there when you're done. So yeah, not too bad of a pretty. And the shelter is over there. These boxes are for tools for the maintainers of the trail. These brown bins. Yeah, it's not too bad of a shelter. There's a good water source. It's really close to the shelter, and that's convenient. Bear cables to hang food. Yeah. I wanted to mention a couple of things. One, how I got to this space where I'm actually enjoying myself. I dropped into acceptance that it was going to be cold today and that my physical body might be a little uncomfortable with it, but it was completely safe. I'm prepared, protected with my gear, and it doesn't always have to feel great. Not every day is a massage, you know. So a pink nose is okay. And so when I dropped into that acceptance, I was able to surrender to whatever the physical body was going to experience today without harm. And that was such a beautiful space because it allowed my mind and heart to be released from gripping comfort so tightly. And I have been able to enjoy realizations and life lessons that are coming in. I listened to a podcast for a little while, just really having a lovely day at this point. So the wind has also slowed down, which certainly helps, but I think there's important life lessons in all that for me about being uncomfortable and the opportunities actually that are present when that happens. And so I've been taking that in. Also, all this sniffling has helped me to notice that the pine forest smells amazing. So I've just been really enjoying that as well. So anyway, I've got about 5 miles to go to hit that 20, and I'm feeling good. I'm trying to slow down, but yeah, it's not working. I covered 2.28 in the last hour. Oops. So anyway, but I'm feeling comfortable, so I'm just listening. Again, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to be unsafe, but I also am tapping into some of the physical capabilities that maybe I didn't know were there, but are. So we're just paying attention, exploring, being present. Lovely day. Grand rising, everyone. Sorry I didn't post anything else about last night. I did make it to camp, and I got caught up doing camp chores, so I forgot to film. When we got to camp, I changed into dry clothes and I set up my sleeping area. So either the tent or my little spot in the shelter. So last night it was the shelter. And then you gotta cook, gotta get water, all the things. So anywho, but I did my 20 miles and I was very proud of myself. The last mile I was exhausted, but I did it. Am I ready to do 20 every day? Not yet necessarily. I know that's coming. But it was okay yesterday today I hope to do 17. We've got 10 miles to go to exit the Smokies. And then that's basically the next shelter after that is at 17. So I hope I can make it. If not, I have some tent sites I can sleep at. So we'll see. Today I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't sleep especially well. So there's could have slept a little better. But we're here, the sun is out right there, and I am thankful for the day. All right, we'll check in later. I want to talk about what I have loved about the Smokies, because I know I talked about being cold so much, but there are good things too. One, it really is like a fantasy land in here. The trees have moss on them. There's a little bit of mystery into the forest, and I really liked that. And I would like to see that again sometime when I'm not trying to push through, and when perhaps it's a little warmer. Or when I have like a warm cabin to go back to or something. Anyway, I did like that quite a lot. I really loved the social aspect of the shelters. I sat by the fire every night at the shelters, as did everyone, because it was so cold. So we would all sit near the fire, help keep the fire going, chat. It was really fun to talk to everyone and get to know new people. So I appreciated that. And it helped me get over my fear of staying in the shelters. I was afraid of mice crawling on my face. So I didn't really want to stay in a lot of shelters unless it was pouring rain. However, shelters are convenient. You don't have to deal with a tent, setting it up, or taking it down. You do have to sleep next to snoring strangers, but I think it's okay. So in some situations, I'm sure I would prefer my tent. Like tonight, I think I really might use my tent. And then sometimes I just might opt for the shelter more. So anyway, I liked the shelters. They always appeared like a mirage too. The thick woods, and then all of a sudden a structure. So that was always fun to see. What else have I liked about the Smokies? The views have been nice. Here's some pretty colors right now. I don't know why. I don't know if that tree is dying or if it's just orange, but it's pretty. Anyway, yeah, all in all, the Smokies are lovely, and I see why they're so widely visited. I got to talk to some section hikers too on the first day that I started the Smokies, and they were also really nice. I really liked meeting them and seeing their excitement for their week trip. Some of them were hitting milestones like the 200 miles of the Appalachian Trail in sections, and some, this is their first section. Anyway, it was just fun. Lots of kind hearts out there in the world, and I'm getting to interact with so many, which is so sweet. Those are a few things I have liked. You already know what I didn't like. Being cold. That was it. So everything else has been fine. But look, I'm out of layers. I have no gloves on. I took my jacket off because we're going down. It's getting a little warmer. So it's going to be a good day. I just climbed about 5 miles to the top of Snowbird Peak. That looks like a spaceship, hey? I don't actually know what it is. But I came up here. There are some cool views over there. So that's nice. And I got about, I think, 2.5 to camp. So feeling good today. I do wish we were still allowed to camp on Max Patch, because that's actually in a few miles, and I would have done that tonight. but we're not allowed to do that right now. So gonna stay at the shelter and see Max Patch in the morning. Anywho, a good day. I'm so excited. It's warm down here. There are a lot of bugs also. So I messaged home and asked for them to include my head bug net thing in the next resupply box. So anyway, spring is here. It's been lots of spring flowers, purple pansies, some other purple flower, some red flower. I don't know what it is, but it's been very nice to see. So anyway, yes, beautiful day. All right, end of the day. There's actually a bear box here, so I'm gonna put my bear can inside. Make sure my stuff's all protected. There's higher bear activity in this area apparently, so it's really just like a metal cage that has a latch a bear cannot get open. So I'm gonna do that, and then it's almost time for bed because the sun is starting to make its way down. So I'm gonna get up early. It's supposed to rain tomorrow evening, so I'm hoping to hike as much as I can before that happens. So anyway, we'll see how sleep goes, and then that's the plan. All right, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.